Hey, welcome back to another video. It's Josh from TradesFlow AI. We're going to be breaking down this as we launched literally yesterday. Okay, for this client, again, we're using the dynamic 322 method for them across 9 different ad sets and just one ad campaign in itself. Again, the way it's structured in dynamic 322 campaigns, two primary texts and two primary headlines, without needing to like put in a offer that is going to cut your prices right by half, because that's not what we're doing here. And at the end of the day, this client's offer specifically, their kitchens start at that price, which is perfectly fine, right? But at the end of the day, at least you know that the leads that are coming through from this ad, they're actually going to know that it costs from ABC price before they submit the info in, right? And that just makes it so they're hyper qualified. Just over here, I'll even show you where the form, it pretty much states, okay, over here, basically location qualify, time frame qualify them, but also figure out their ideal budget, right? So basically, we can already tell whether or not they're a tire kicking lead or not from the very get-go, right? If they're putting a budget below the client's minimum, we already know it's probably not going to be a deal. We're idealistically looking for the guys that are looking like super hyper qualified, super serious, looking for 2 kitchen, 1 bathroom projects that could go upwards of like, $50,000, $100,000. And they know, quality isn't cheap and they'll put 50,000 in there. So idealistically, Facebook's going to target those guys too, because we're basically telling Facebook these are good ads, people clicking on it, people submitting their info in, and people are actually location qualified. So this is the first day, like this is the results of the first day. Like we literally spent how much? 213. Even though every ad set's $20, right? Across 9, I should spend like 180. Facebook's got like this 10-20% sort of margin they like to go over sometimes, depending on how well your ad does. And clearly our ads did extremely well on just the first day alone. Okay, so basically 9 leads over here, 1 lead on this campaign, 1 lead, 2 leads here, 2 leads here, 2 leads here, and 2 leads here. And these campaigns, these ad sets in itself, you're getting $10 literal kitchen reno leads, which is quite insane if you think about it, because in the kitchen reno space or the bathroom reno space, or just the remodeling space in general, you'd be lucky to see, even a cost per lead of $50. And yet these guys are hyper qualified too, which means, they're location qualified and they're also budget qualified, right? Now, based on these results, this is how we're going to like manage these ads moving forward, right? So now we know, we're just going to select the ones that have gotten results on the first day, right? So these ads have actually gotten decent results. Now, what I'm going to assume is these have the high, and you're going to basically click on, performance and clicks right here to be able to see the entire breakdown. But based on the AI, like the Facebook's used to target the people, and using AI to figure out which image combination is the best, okay? Just in general, if we go to the right, these ones should have the best statistics. There could be an anomaly. There could not. But based on anomaly, let's see. Let's just break it down. So these ads that I've highlighted in blue, tick boxes, they've got results, right? They've either got 1 or 2, most got 2, right? And just look at the cost CPC, which is the cost per click, right? They're pretty low. Below $2, like $2, $1.30, $1.80. Most importantly, though, all of these ads, right? They have at least pretty much a click-through rate of over 3, right? 3%, 3%, 3%, 3%. And yeah, there's just a ton of clicks on them compared to the ones that weren't getting performance. And I'm just going to break down why they weren't getting performance. So this one is $3.92. All right, this one's $3.16. So CPC was quite high on these, which is, your cost per click, meaning these ads just didn't really perform well. Like these ads just aren't good. So in this case scenario, right, we just go back to the ad set level, really important. We don't want to like, change Facebook's API or data over here. But basically, we're just going to go back, select all the ones that were getting results. And we're basically going to turn the ones that has the highest CPC first of all. So this one, these two have like, that one's $4, that's $3.16. We're going to turn that one off. And we're going to turn that one off too. All right. One, that's going to save us money, and 2, also we're going to be able to use the winning ads to scale. Now, based on these ones, right, we're going to reselect. We're going to do this. So cost per result. All of these 5 have gotten results, right? And these 2, we'll figure out why they haven't gotten results, right? And they could just be an anomaly. We could still leave them on in theory. So this ad in particular is surprising because it hasn't actually gotten a lead submission yet, despite it having the best cost per click and click-through rate. So I'd actually keep this on, just letting Facebook use its AI to do its thing, because we're already seeing the data over here. It's saying it's going to perform well. So all I can really say is be patient with this one. Now, this one didn't get results. Again, cost per click is just very mediocre, despite these ones having like a high cost per click. It's just slight, but it's just $2 still quite mediocre. You're really looking for the ones that are as close to $1 as possible, right? Like this one or this one, right? So in this case scenario, despite it having clicks, right, compare it to the clicks of these 5, 19, 13, 18, 13, 11, we're going to turn this one off, right? Purely because it's just not, producing the right results for us. Okay, so now we identified which ones work, which ones don't work. But remember, the client's got an ad budget of $50 a day, and we're spending $180 a day, right? But we're doing a very high bit at the very beginning. So we're going to have to find the best of the best ads, and which ads actually scale, and which ads to not scale, right? And which ads to sort of evolve if we want to evolve them. So now, based on these results right here, okay, I am going to go to the right-hand side and basically deduct this one on the top right now. So this one only, and I know it's just been a day, right? We spent a fair amount, like 23 on like, every set, like 20, at least 20 on every set now, right? But the top one only got 1 compared to every other one that got it like just 2, right? I want to figure out why that's the case too. So we just go to the right-hand side. That one's a $2 CPC, right? So compare that one to 1, 2, 3, 4, all of these 4, it's got the highest CPC. Well, that's not a good sign, right? Obviously, that's not a good sign. You want the CPC to be low as possible, like that one, which is why we leave that on. But and that's just using pure instincts and data, by the way. So this one, $2 CPC, It's got the lowest CTR, which is your click-through rate out of all these four, right here. These ones have at least a 3% and lowest clicks. And yeah, I mean, just in general, what I do is I feel like I could still leave it on. It's going to generate results, but it's not going to generate results as good as these ones. And at the end of the day, we're trying to make sure we're getting the lowest CPR, cost per result, cost per lead as possible. So we're going to turn that off. Okay, so now we got four campaigns turned, 4 ad sets turned off. That saved us $80. So now our ad spend's on $100 a day. Okay, now based on that data alone, we're going to run this for another day. Hey guys, Josh again. Hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, feel free to follow us in our socials below. We'll be dropping more free value and more content out there in terms of how the entire system works and how the algorithm works in itself. And, if you want us to be the ones actually managing your accounts or, implementing our system for you guys, feel free to book a call with us. The link's just in the description. Or if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to message us. Have a great rest of your day.